Welcome to the online session of Op-Amp and Linear Integrated Circuit Laboratory. In this session, we will be seeing the experiment of Schmitt trigger circuit using Op-Amp. In our theory part, we have studied the theoretical analysis of Schmitt trigger circuit for different UTP and same LTP, UTP and LTP levels, as well as different UTP and LTP levels. In this session, we will be taking one circuit, designing it, and then practically simulating using multi-sim software. So the aim of the experiment here is to design and realize the Schmitt trigger circuit using an op-amp for desired upper trip point, that is UTP, and lower trip point, LTP. And after this part, we will be plotting the input and output waveforms. The input what we are going to apply is a sine wave, and the output for a Schmitt trigger will be a triangular will be a rectangular wave. It is not triangular, it will be a rectangular wave or a square wave depending upon the UTP and LTP points. We will directly move on to the design part of the problem. So design a inverting Schmitt trigger circuit using a bipolar op-amp with plus or minus 15 volt supply to have a UTP of 0 volt and LTP of minus 1 volt. So in this UTP and LTP levels are given. So the required values of R1 and R2 are to be obtained for this particular circuit, as well as since UTP is equal to 0, one of the diode is used. One of the diode is used in this particular particle. So for 741 op-amp, we will consider the current I2 will be equal to 500 microamperes. This is from the data sheet what we are going to consider. And V naught sat will be equal to VCC minus 1, which is nothing but 14 volts what we are going to consider. So LTP will be equal to, as from the theoretical part, R2 divided by R1 plus R2 times minus V naught sat plus VF, which is nothing but substituting the values at this particular part, we get the expression in terms of R1 and R2. And we get R2 is equal to, by using the expression LTP by I2, which is 1 divided by 500 micro, which is equal to 2 kilo ohm. And we are going to use a standard value of resistance of 1.8 kilo ohm. From substituting this R2 value in this particular equation 1, we will get a value of R1, which is 22.14 kilo ohm, and selecting a standard value of 22 kilo ohms. So these are the values of R1 and R2 what we are going to obtain. Once the design part is complete, we will be drawing this particular circuit diagram. And since it is in inverting configuration, the input is applied to the inverting terminal. So this circuit we will be build a rigging up using the multi-sim software tool, and then observing the waveforms using using the simulation part. So in this case, we will go for the multi-sim simulation software tool here. So I will open the window of that. So this will be the circuit window of a multi-sim simulation software tool. So here, as I have termed in the previous session of 555 stable timer, so this will be the workspace here. So I will get the components what are required for here. So we want a op-amp here for this particular case. So I will go for the select component under the analog part. I will go for op-amp and select 741 op-amp and place it on the workspace. So once op-amp is done, then we have to find a source, that is the DC source as well as the AC source are required here. DC source for plus VCC and minus VEE, and AC source for the input part. So first I will go for AC voltage. So at this part, AC voltage, you give OK and place at this particular part. Then on this particular part, I require a ground also. So I will take it and keep it at this particular workspace. Then I require VCC, that is the plus 15 volt supply. So I will take and place it at this particular part. And then I require VEE, which is required for this particular part. So VEE is required. Then we require the resistors and diodes. So we will go for the next part. So we will get the diodes at this particular part, and diode we will select it as IN4001G. So I will take it and place it. It is nothing but a 1 amp 50 volt standard rectifier diode. It is a standard rectifier diode what we are using. And then we want the resistance values. Going for basic, the resistors value. So one resistance is of 1.8 kilo ohms and another one is of 22 kilo ohms. So first I will take it as 22 kilo ohms, because it is the value of R1 what we required. Value of R2 we require it as 1.8 kilo ohms. So I will take it and place it on the workspace. So now all components what are required are been placed on the workspace. The next part is we have to set the values for voltages. We have to set the voltage of input voltage of 1.414 RMS. So in this case, this is a peak volt, which is nothing but 2 volt peak we have to go to set, and 50 volt 50 hertz frequency has been set at this particular part. So this will be minus 15 what we are going to set, and this will be plus 15 what has been set at this particular part. And we will make these components in the vertical form. So the diode has to be placed in the opposite format. So I will flip this so that I can easily connect the input to the inverting terminal, and this is the ground terminal what is required. So this also I will flip it so that I can easily connect the terminals at the pins what are available, and this is at pin number 4, so which is this. So at this particular resistance R2, this is R1 and the diode D1. So just having a look at the circuit here. So these are the, so connecting the output terminal to this particular part, the resistance to this, and I want a ground. So just copy paste and bring it to this. Connecting this. So pin number 3 has to be connected at this. So this is a positive feedback network what we are using at this particular part. And to observe the waveform, Tektronix oscilloscope. So this is connected to ground. If it doesn't find its particular way, it will so channel 1 I will connect it to input, channel 2 I will connect it across the number 6. So now just double clicking this oscilloscope and turning this oscilloscope on, and once the circuit is complete, so this circuit is complete at this particular part here, so where I will execute this. So I will execute this, and the another thing what I will do here is I will auto set it, because both channels has to come simultaneously. So see this part here, the yellow one is channel 1, blue one is the channel 2. So yellow one indicates the input voltage what we had set the input voltage as 2 volt peak. So 1 volt it is giving. So what I will do here is I will take the common ground point for these two channels. So using this vertical position and bringing this to this particular level, similarly grounding this and bringing back onto this. Now I will release this, going for channel 1, releasing this, and for some adjustment part I will vary the time period here. So I will go for measure here. So for channel 1, so it is frequency what we had set is 50 hertz, the time period is 20 milliseconds. No, the mean value is nearly, that is varying 1. The peak to peak value is 4 volts, since peak volt was set to for 2 volts, and RMS value is 1.41. So this is about the channel 2. Moving on to this, so this part is the frequency is nearly the same of that of the input, the time period is 20, the peak to peak value is, see, nearly it is 28.2, it should be 14 plus 14 now. So saturation values 14 plus 14 is 28, so here it is showing 28.2, which is the exact value. And see, at this point here, when the input is crossing 0 volt, that is the upper trigger point, the output switches from positive saturation to negative saturation, and when the input is switching at minus 1 volt, minus 1, the outputs shifts from minus VSAT to plus VSAT. So this is about the Schmitt trigger circuit, where we have set UTP is equal to 0 and LTP is equal to minus 1. So with the different configurations of this, we can obtain the values for different cases. So now to stop the execution, we have to just press this red button here, so which indicates the stop execution. So with this particular part, we have obtained the input as well as the output waveform of a Schmitt trigger circuit for one particular case of UTP is equal to 0 volt and LTP is equal to minus 1 volt. If in the same circuit, if we interchange the position of the diode, then we will get UTP is equal to plus 1 volt and LTP is equal to 0 volt. So with that particular changes, we can obtain the different waveform in this particular part. So thank you for watching this particular session.